Thank you for listening to GCN. Visit GCNlive.com today.
All right, welcome back to The Bright Side. We're talking youth and health and fertility, all as it regards the PPD hormones, pregnenolone, progesterone, and DHEA, three powerful steroid hormones that balance, even block some of the unpleasant effects of the stress hormones, cortisol and estrogen. If you're dealing with some of the effects of excessive secretion of cortisol, such as insomnia, jitteriness, dizziness when you stand up quickly or stand up from a seated position from a laying down position. If you're not building muscle like you want to build muscle, or if you're gaining weight around the middle, these can all be signs of excessive cortisol secretion. If you're dealing with a chronic degenerative disease, certainly you're dealing with excess cortisol secretion. If you have an autoimmune problem, you may be dealing with problems with your estrogen system, problems breaking down estrogen. The PPD hormones balance and even block the effects of cortisol and estrogen. If you're on prednisone, or if you're aging rapidly, or if you're just aging, these are three hormones that you want to know about: pregnenolone, DHEA, and progesterone. Pregnenolone and DHEA are available in health food stores or on the internet. Progesterone also, although for the really good concentrations of progesterone, 5% or 10% progesterone, I used to make a 10% progesterone cream in my compounding pharmacy. For the good concentrations, you need to get a script, although you can get 2% progesterone cream over the counter. You also want to make sure that you're helping support your body's production of the PPD hormones with dietary strategies, using your ultimate EFAs, supplementing with vitamin A and zinc, supplementing with the B vitamins, particularly vitamins B5, pantothenic acid, and B6. B5 and B6 have a seriously important role to play when it comes to hormone production. You want to make sure that you're processing your fats correctly. If you're dealing with the gallbladder issues, or you had a gallbladder removed, or intestinal health issues, the chances are pretty good that you're going to have issues with your PPD hormones, because progesterone, pregnenolone, and DHEA depend on appropriate fat metabolism. Use digestive enzymes. Use your ultimate enzymes. Use lecithin, bile salts. All of these can help your body process fats, as we've talked about endlessly on this program. Also, the ketogenic diet. That's another strategy. Eating high fat, low carb, moderate protein, the ketogenic diet can also help you with your PPD hormones. We've been so bamboozled into believing that the medical model can take care of our illnesses, despite all evidence to the contrary. We're more drugged out and doctored than any other culture in the history of mankind, and we're sicker than ever. We need a new way of looking at health. We need to fire the medical model and do the work ourselves. Doesn't do us any good to whine and moan about the well-documented failures of modern medicine, because we can be doctor-free if we so desire. To maintain health, or to get it back if we don't have health, is really more about the simple things: breathing, relaxing, the ketogenic diet, eating salt, reducing digestive burden, fasting, caloric restriction, mono diet, where you eat just one kind of food at a time, liquid nutrition, hot water, meditation, Reiki, the power of our mind, the power of consciousness. Don't underestimate the power of the mind. This is something that we've only begun to recognize scientifically. We've known about it for 100 years or so. The original quantum physicists talked about this, Max Born and Max Planck. Werner Heisenberg, the original quantum physicist, recognized that there was a role for consciousness in the creation of our world and reality. But now it's becoming more and more recognized by the medical by scientists, I should say, not necessarily by the medical model. One of the classic examples of the failure of modern medicine involves the emperor of all maladies, cancer, whose rates, according to the Institute of Health Metrics and Evaluation, are increasing. Quote, new cases of virtually all types of cancer are rising in countries globally, according to a new analysis of 28 cancer groups in 188 countries, unquote. This year, more than 1 million Americans and more than 10 million people around the world are expected to get a cancer diagnosis. Nearly 600,000 Americans are going to die of the disease, and around the world, 8.2 million people. And the ultimate tragedy is that cancer is, for the most part, preventable. As with all so-called diseases, We need a new approach to dealing with this nightmare health condition, which is a classic ultimate example of a body that is freaked out. And by the body, I mean its living components, the cells. Cancer is the end result of cells that are traumatized. Like all disease, cancer is a cell disease. Even though the medical model treats organs and tissues, at the end of the day, cancer is about the cells. It's about cells in duress, cells that are freaked out, cells that have been starved, suffocated, toxic for so long that they don't know what else to do. A cancer cell is a sociopathic cell. A cancer cell doesn't care about its neighbors, doesn't care about the environment it lives in. It only cares about its own growth. It only cares about its own selfish needs. By the way, can anybody see a metaphor here? The medical model addresses cancer in the same way it addresses all disease. Not by helping the body get better, but by making it worse, radiating it, killing cancer. I want to tell you about an event. My friend Melissa Galladay, nutritional pharmacist Melissa Galladay, I've known her for over 15 years. She's one of the good guys, one of the good gals. She's a registered pharmacist, and she's also part of the longevity team. She's going to be doing a weekly longevity program, Longer Life with Longevity. And you can, it's going to be a weekly program that's on the internet via an app called Zoom, which I haven't used yet, but apparently it's a way that you can do presentations. She's going to be doing a weekly presentation on longevity products and how you can use longevity products to stay healthy, to get healthy if you're not healthy. Starting this Tuesday, or actually, it says here starting last Tuesday, June 7th, but it's every week, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Dial 1-646-558-8656. That's 1-646-558-8656, and then you have to punch in a meeting ID 579-044-9276. I've known Melissa for over 15 years, and she knows a lot about nutrition and a lot about health. You want to check that out if you're dealing with any health challenges. That's on Zoom. Dial 1-646-558-8656, meeting ID 579-044-9276, and that's every Tuesday, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, so I'm going to take a few minutes to talk. Actually, we're going to do this for a couple of days. We'll talk about cancer, which is obviously the terrifying diagnosis. 1 million Americans every year get diagnosed with cancer. It's the second leading cause of death in this country. And as with all diseases, it's really just an example of a body in distress, really cells in distress, cells that are traumatized, cells that have been swimming in their own toxicity, cells that have been starved, cells that have been suffocated for decades. The medical model kills cancer. And I'm not saying there's not times you need to kill cancer or remove cancer or radiate cancer. Sometimes you need that. But many times this approach is really does more harm than good, particularly in the early stages. Remember, the body's immune system, this is so important, the body's immune system is fully equipped to deal with cancer. The body has the immune system, the defensive system has the weaponry, the chemical weaponry to take care of cancer, which occurs technically in all of us every day. What distinguishes the appearance of the full-blown disease called cancer from the appearance of the cancer cells that occur regularly is overwhelm of the immune system. Something is just burdening the immune system. It's off fighting wars on multiple fronts. And so it can no longer do its cancer-fighting business. It's overwhelmed. It's stressed out, much like the cell itself. A cancer cell is a stressed out cell, and when cancer appears in the body, it's because the body is stressed out too. Cancer is the manifestation of duress on two levels, at the level of the cell and then the level of the body. If you talk to people who study cancer, they'll tell you there's hundreds of different types of cancer. There's 5 different types, 5 different categories. Hundreds of different cancers, but there's 5 different categories. Carcinomas, sarcomas, leukemias, lymphomas, and brain cancers. Those are the 5 different categories of cancer. Carcinomas involve the covering, the so-called epithelial tissue, the coverings in the glands, the skin. Sarcomas are in the connective tissue, or sometimes in the muscle, or maybe the fat or the blood vessels. Leukemias are in the bone marrow. They involve white blood cells. Lymphomas are in the immune system. Brain cancers are in the brain, obviously, and central nervous system cancers. Medical researchers will tell you that cancer is the result of viruses and toxins and foods and smoking and environmental pollutants. But these simply represent the cell stresses. They're not causes of cancer. People who smoke don't automatically get cancer. Foods don't automatically cause cancer. These are stressors. There's a difference. They're not direct causes. The direct cause of cancer is a cellular transformation that is adaptive. It's corrective. It's one of the ways the cell responds to trauma. That's what cancer is. It's one of the ways that cells respond to duress. It's a response to abuse. Cancer is a cell disease. It represents cellular distress, and it is the ultimate result. It's the culmination of long-term cellular burden. Starvation, suffocation, toxification, and inflammation. That means we don't have lung cancer. We have lung cell cancer. We don't have colon cancer. We have colon cell cancer. We don't have liver cancer or brain cancer or stomach cancer. We have liver cell cancer, brain cell cancer, stomach cell cancer. And doctors don't tell you this because the doctor's not allowed at the level of a cell. This is why we never hear about the cellular nature of cancer or any disease, because the medical model is not welcome at the level of a cell. All the medical model can do at the level of a cell is trick the cell, poison the cell, kill the cell, excise the cell. It cannot nourish, heal, sustain, oxygenate, detoxify the cell. That's why they don't talk about it. When you look at it this way, it simplifies the whole subject. When you look at cancer as the manifestation of a cell that's in duress, it doesn't matter where the cancer is. It doesn't matter if it's liver cancer or stomach cancer or bone cancer. It's a cell disease. This is true about all diseases, but particularly cancer. Cancer cells are rogue cells. They're growing out of control. They pay no attention to their neighbors. Ordinarily, neighbors, cellular neighbors, tell the cell whether to grow or not grow. Cells are responsive to the neighbors. Cells are responsive to their environment. But a cancer cell is not responsive. And there's always going to be inflammation involved. There's always going to be genetic changes involved. Cancer cells have certain hallmark features. They evade death. They don't die. They are subject to genetic changes, and there's always going to be some kind of inflammatory process that's involved. But the most important point is that cancer is the result of an interaction between the cell and the environment. Cancer is about the environment that the cell is sitting in. It's a cellular response to a toxic, suffocated, lack of oxygen, or lack of nutrient environment. Research demonstrates that when a cancer cell is put in a normal environment, it reverts back. It can revert back. Scientists can make a cell turn back to normal when they put it in a normal environment. This shows us that the environment impacts carcinogenesis, cancer. According to a 2008 article in the Journal of Pharmaceutical Research, only 5 to 10% of cancer cases are genetically inevitable, while, quote, 90 to 95% have their roots in the environment. This is true about the body environment, and it's true about the cell environment. Cancer cells can revert when they have the appropriate environment. This is so powerful. This is so important. It frees us. It liberates us from this medical idea that we have to have a war on cancer, that we have to kill cancer. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll take a break. We'll continue our discussion on cancer on our next Live Bright Side episode. If you are interested in checking out nutritional pharmacist Melissa Galladay, registered pharmacist, on her Longer Life with Longevity series, you can dial in 646-558-8656 every Tuesday, 6 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. That's 646-558-8656. Meeting ID 579-044-9276. Hope to have Melissa on the program here, and she could tell you more about it. If you're interested in checking out our Truth Skin Health products, including our Retinol 5% gel, head to truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. From the journal, from Science Network, Western Australia, which is a science news website based in SciTech. I don't know what SciTech is, but some kind of organization here. Walking down the stairs could help prevent dementia. I love this. So I'm talking about the simple little things. There's no drugs for Alzheimer's disease. There are no drugs for treat dementia, but it turns out that walking down the stairs, according to Edith Cowan, according to Ken Nosaka, university professor. Let's see what it says here. This is from Western Australia. A number of studies, including one, showed that 26 men between the ages of 60 and 76 followed a regimen of walking down the stairs, and they monitored They took various measurements: heart rate, blood pressure, physical fitness, blood glucose, blood lipids, and insulin sensitivity. All markers improved just by walking down the stairs. Here's another one: the 5-2 diet, which is an intermittent fasting diet in the fight against diabetes. It's useful in the fight against diabetes. And this is also from South Australia. Reduction in blood glucose and weight loss with intermittent fasting. Where have you heard that before? Exercise hormone, irisin. When you exercise, you secrete anti-cancer hormones. That's what I'm talking about. These simple little things that we can all do to improve our health. You don't need the medical model. We've been bamboozled. We've been hoodwinked into believing that when we're sick, we go to a doctor, or doctors can somehow prevent illness, despite all evidence to the contrary. All right, 844-236-6010 is our number. Time to hit the phones. Let us go to Tristan in Canada. Welcome to the bright side, Tristan. Where are you in Canada?
Hi, I'm from Toronto, Canada. Hey, Ben.
Hey, did I meet you on my journey?
You know what? I'm a huge fan of your work. I found some of your work on YouTube, and
okay.
I'm just a huge fan. The way you broke down, acne on the cellular level. I never really, you really changed my perspective on how I viewed things.
Nice. So what's going on? How can I help you today?
So my question would be in regards to, well, it's both for acne and, I should ask this one first. How would you treat sebaceous cysts? Is there any way to reverse that?
Yes, absolutely. Sebaceous cysts, like all cysts, are a sign that the cells are growing out of control. They're not stable. So a couple things. First of all, with all acne, you want to work on your blood glucose and your sugars. And that means, number one, reducing your intake of sugar, and number two, using nutrients that help the body process sugar. There's a major connection between insulin, testosterone, male hormone, and sebum, and the growth of cells, sebaceous cysts or sebum cells growing out of control. When cells grow out of control, especially in men, and especially in the skin, in the sebaceous glands, you want to focus on blood sugar and you want to focus on the hormone testosterone. Actually, it's a metabolite or a breakdown product of testosterone. So what are the strategies? Well, in addition to not eating foods that spike your blood sugar, you want to use the B vitamins. Those are stupendously important for processing sugar. Also, particularly vitamin B5 plays a role in how fats are processed. So for all sebaceous or oily skin conditions, vitamin B5 high doses. It's a must-have. And it's a very underappreciated nutrient, by the way, pantothenic acid. And when I say high doses, I'm talking 3 or 4 grams a day, even up to 5 or 6 or 7 grams a day.
Okay.
In conjunction with all the Bs. Zinc, superstar mineral for acne, for all kinds of stuff, and zinc deficiency is very common. Zinc picolinate, 50 milligrams a day. You can use topical zinc, and you can make your own topical B5 cream, by the way. Chromium, vanadium, very important for processing sugar. Longevity Sweeties will get you those. Selenium, very underappreciated when it comes to sugar metabolism, helping the body process sugar. Also, selenium is important for acne conditions. I love N-acetylcysteine, NAC, just as a general skin tonic. I actually have an acne formulation coming out here, hopefully in a couple of weeks, that's going to include all of these nutrients that we're talking about. And we'll be talking about those. We'll be advertising those in GCN, so you'll hear about that. And then as far as testosterone goes, this breakdown product of testosterone called DHT, which you may have heard of, dihydrotestosterone, it's like a super testosterone. Zinc will help you with that. And then also essential fatty acids, particularly omega-6 essential fatty acids. And by the way, omega-6 essential fatty acids have a liquefying effect on sebum. They will help sebum flow more efficiently. One of the things that happens when we have acne is the sebum gets sticky and clogs, and clogs up the follicles or the pores. So using your Ultimate EFAs and then a interesting omega-6 fat called GLA can also have an anti-DHT effect. Zinc, as I say, is also anti-DHT. Let's see what else I could tell you about here. Here's a good one. Exfoliating with alpha hydroxy acids or salicylic acid as a topical remedy, and retinol. Super, super, super topical ingredient. Probably along with salicylic acid, retinol is the most important topical ingredient for dealing with acne skin or hypersebaceous skin, or dealing with any kind of sebaceous cyst for that matter. And of course, you get that from my retinol 5% gel, truthtreatments.com, truthtreatments.com. Does that help you? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. So what if the cyst has already formed?
You can exfoliate it away, number one, or you can, depending on where it is, or you can use salicylic acid for that, or you can do all the strategies I'm talking about. The cyst will revert. It will go away on its own.
Okay, that's fantastic. And my last question would be, so I'm a Accutane user, and when I was on Accutane before my first course was very successful, but acne came back. And when I went on my second course, it really disrupted my digestive tract. Is there any way to help that?
Yes, absolutely. Probiotics, fermented foods, elimination diet. It sounds like you have some digestive stuff going on, and that's what's causing the acne, by the way. That could be a result of leaky gut. So you want to do a food diary and an elimination diet. You probably know what that is. You write down everything you eat, and then you eliminate foods. Caloric restriction, eating less food, certainly less snack food and processed foods, bars and cereals and anything that comes in a box, basically. And then fermented foods, vegetable juices. Vegetable juices are amazingly important for the digestive system for a couple of reasons. The fiber is very helpful. Not only will the fiber help clean out the colon, but bacteria feed on the fiber and they proliferate, and they actually produce really interesting compounds that support colon health as they digest the fiber. And then also vegetables are a source of nitrates and nitrites, which some people think are bad, but they're not necessarily when they come in natural sources. They're definitely bad in preserved meats. But in vegetables, they can actually help support digestive health. Also, aloe vera, very helpful. Noni, very helpful. Youngevity has a great Noni product. And fucoidan, also very helpful for helping support gut health. Got to move, Tristan. Thank you so much for your call.
Thanks.
And I hope we helped you out. Thanks for calling from Canada. If you're on hold, hang on. We'll get you when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. We'll be back after this. Pharmacist Ben here. I'm going to go really fast. I got a bunch of calls, and I want to try and squeeze everybody in here, so I apologize for moving fast. But I want to get some of you guys have been holding on for a while. I want to get to everybody. Mario in California, welcome to The Bright Side. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Ben. Thank you for picking up. I appreciate your help here.
Sure.
Been listening to you for since you've been on Coast to Coast, and you've been very helpful with my digestive issues. But I got a little something more serious. My 16-year-old son had a massive seizure last Wednesday.
Wow, I'm sorry. And no other health challenges? Nothing else happened?
No, he was actually, other than acne, and he was taking some of the advice you gave us with vitamin A and zinc and other copper and other stuff. But other than that, he had
Is his skin clearing up?
Yeah, it's helping a lot. We got him off of whatever else they were giving him, and he was doing great. He was doing great.
Okay.
He has sinus issues his whole life. And,
he did have sinus issues?
Yeah, taking various allergy medications and all kinds of
Okay, well, here's the deal. This is where a couple things you want to focus on. First of all, if you've heard me talking about the ketogenic diet, that's an anti-seizure diet. That's the first thing you want to do. Second thing is there's nutrients that can help. The B vitamins are your brain vitamins. He should be doing high doses of the B vitamins. Also, zinc is a very important brain mineral. He wants to be doing zinc. I would start him on lithium orotate, which you can buy at a health food store, maybe 5 milligrams a night. You might want to try GABA, G-A-B-A, and also glycine. These are two, glycine's an amino acid. GABA is a kind of neurotransmitter amino acid. And also, there's a very important relationship between the gut and the brain. This should be no surprise if you've been listening to this program. GABA actually is a form of butyric acid, gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, which is a digestive fat, if you will. It's a short-chain fatty acid that's made in the gut. So working on the gut is extremely important. I'd be doing an elimination diet. The sinus issues tell me that he's got some kind of, possibly anyway, or probably, he's got some kind of allergic reaction happening to foods. And that can cause seizures. seizures, by the way, reactions like that. So elimination diet is a must, and that means do a food diary and then eliminate problem foods. Fasting in conjunction with the elimination diet and food diary will do double duty. Number one, it'll resensitize him to foods that he may be not noticing he's having a problem with. And also, fasting is a great strategy for seizure disorders. So you got lots of things you could do there. Keeping the sugar down. One last thing. Keeping the sugar down. And kids, they're always into sugar. Yeah. So keeping the sugar down is very important. Use sugar metabolizing nutrients. And if he can't wean himself off of sugar, more protein. Especially whey protein and building proteins, whey, egg, and organ meats. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Sugar won't be an issue. He doesn't really drink soda or anything, not even soda.
Well, bread, cereal, pasta, potatoes.
That he does. Bread,
that's all sugar, bro.
Chips, stuff like that he does. But I guess the diet might be tough for a 16-year-old. What's your advice?
Well, the diet might be tough, but seizures are tougher.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, it's kind of like that. Yes, of course the diet's tough because we're hardwired. That's why you got to hack into into the drives, the eating behavior drives. Protein will hack into it. BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, can help reduce sugar cravings. Give him salt water if he has salt cravings. Make sure he's getting enough good fat. Coconut oil, by the way, can help with is a great brain supplement, also good for seizure disorders. And also, if he has enough butter and coconut oil, he may not crave the fatty foods. Have him start off the day with a little coconut oil, protein, and his Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And then if he still wants salty kinds of foods, a little bit of Celtic sea salt and water. Hack into those cravings. It's really important. There's a major connection between what he's eating as well as nutritional deficiencies and seizures. And yes, I know it's hard, but seizures are harder.
Oh, yeah. It's shocking. I'm still trying to get over it, so...
Well, if you do everything I said, you can you can reduce the likelihood of more seizures, and you can definitely make them healthier all around. I got to move on, Mario. Thank you for your call, buddy. Appreciate the kind words. Barbara in West Virginia, welcome to the bright side. What's up? Hey.
Hi. I've got cataracts. They're to the point of needing surgery. I'm already trying as hard as I can to stay on a ketogenic diet, taking tons of nutrients and listening to you, but I'm still having problems.
Well, keep doing it because after the surgery, they'll help you recover. So you may.
I'm afraid of the surgery. I don't want the surgery.
Okay. Well, here's the deal with cataracts. They're the sign that the lens is damaged, particularly from sugar, as well as just oxidation from the light. Cataracts are part of the degenerative disease process. They're arthritis of the lens, of the eye. It's the same thing. The lens of the eye is breaking down. So your primary strategies are going to involve sugar, reducing sugar, and using sugar metabolizing nutrients. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's the same thing over and over again. So chromium, vanadium.
Sugar metabolizing nutrients.
Yes, chromium, vanadium. That's the sweeties. That's the sweeties. All the B vitamins, particularly vitamins B1 and B1 and B3. Which is thiamine and niacin. I'd be using the Ultimate Niacin from Youngevity. Forgot to mention that for sugar metabolism. Niacin is very important for helping the body process sugar. And Youngevity has a really cool new product called the Ultimate Niacin, which is a timed-release niacin. It'll help lower your cholesterol. It's important for the heart. It's important for the skin. It's important for acne, by the way. So, and also for cataracts, of course.
I got one question.
Well, there's tons more here. Let me give you a couple more things to do. Focus on digestive health. As toxins accumulate in the blood, it becomes much more difficult for the body to heal, and that includes the lens of the eye. Go ahead, Barbara.
They say after the surgery, even if they're successful with surgery, 50 to 70% of them wind up in macular degeneration because
because nobody took care of the problem, because the boneheads didn't take care of the problem. You know what I'm saying? They just replaced the lens. So that's what we're talking about with cancer. If you don't take care of the problem, the body's still degenerating. So what you want to do...
People I've talked to that have had it always say, the sun really bothers them.
Well,
so there is more UV getting in there.
Well, say again?
And they say that damages the retina, which sets you up for macular degeneration.
All of it. It doesn't, the mechanisms don't matter. You're just falling apart, Barbara, with all due respect. I don't mean that meanly. So let me just say one more thing, because I want to get to some more calls here. If you focus on digestive health, particularly fat absorption, your body will be able to process zinc, essential fatty acids, and the pigments in vegetables more effectively, and all of these can be protective for the eyes. Vitamin C also is very protective for the eyes. Selenium is very protective for the eyes. Vitamin E is very protective for the eyes.
Did you say D or E?
E as in Edward. E is in Edward. Vitamin D probably too, but E is particularly important. If you can take them supplementally, but it's also important that you focus on fat metabolism. That means your body's ability to process and digest and assimilate all of the minerals, zinc and selenium, as well as the fatty nutrients, the essential fatty acids and the fatty vitamins, and the pigments. Those pigments are super important for eye health. And as we get older, we do not absorb our reds and our greens and our blues and our yellows, which we call phytonutrients. So making sure your body is processing fats is super important. Those are the two main things I would tell you as far as digestive strategies: blood sugar and fat processing. All right.
Digestive nutrients for fats.
Lecithin, your ultimate enzymes, bile salts, apple cider vinegar, and let's see what else I could tell you here. You starting off all your meals with something bitter. Something like arugula or dandelion greens. So if you start your meals off with bitters, you'll make more bile. Barbara, I wish I had more time. I can't. I got to take. Okay, God bless you. Good luck with everything. Angela in Florida, welcome to the Bright Side. What's up?
Thank you, Mrs. Ben. This question is actually for a friend. She's been suffering for like 8 months with inflammation around the eyes, on both eyes, very red, and sometimes it gets even worse.
Food. Inflammation, if the skin around the eyes is very thin. So what you're doing is you're observing what's going on in the blood underneath. Whenever there's puffiness or swelling around the eyes, focus on allergic reactions. That's a classic manifestation. It could also be lymphatic toxicity, long-term lymphatic toxicity, but it usually has something to do with food. Surprise, surprise. So again, elimination. Do a food diary, and then the elimination diet. Make sure you're using probiotics, vegetable juices, caloric restriction, anything that supports gut health. Sauerkraut, miso, tempeh, as well as probiotic supplements, Fucoid Z, aloe vera, noni, chicken soup. Forgot about that one. Good old chicken soup. The cartilage, when it dissolves in the water, has a soothing and healing effect on the digestive lining. Chicken soup just is incredibly multifunctional food. Focus on food allergies and food toxicity. And I'm gonna try to get one more. I'm gonna try to get one more call. One more call. Sorry, Angela. Hey, Kelly, got something quick for me, or you want to call back tomorrow? Kelly?
Hello? I'm
Kelly,
sorry.
You know what? We just got about 30 seconds. I'm so sorry to do this to you. I tried to get everybody in. I just didn't do it. So if you want, you can shoot me an email, ben@ksco.com, or you can call back tomorrow. But we're just out of time. I apologize, Kelly.
Okay, I'll try both. No problem.
Okay,
Thank you
take
so
care.
much.
God bless you. All right, that's all the time we have for today. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for listening. Check out my skin health products at truthtreatments.com. And if you're interested in joining the longevity team, call the phone team at 866-735-2470, or check out my blog at pharmacistben.com or criticalhealthnews.com. Thanks for listening, friends. Have an awesome, wonderful, beautiful, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.
Did you know a dirty CPAP system can make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, you might not sleep so well. But now, SoClean.com has released the world's first and only automated CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. It kills 99.9% of all CPAP germs, and it's completely hands-free. For a limited time, you can try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. Just call 1-800-941-9796.
SoClean changed the CPAP experience for the better. My health has improved. It's simple to use, and I'm not worried about infections.
SoClean destroys CPAP bacteria, viruses, and germs, and it eliminates the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. There's no water, chemicals, or disassembly. Just pop in your mask, close the lid, and presto, your CPAP system is clean and fresh in minutes. Call SoClean.com to try it risk-free at home for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer, only available by calling 1-800-941-9796. That's 1-800-941-9796.
Here's Dr. Paul Meyer, Christian psychiatrist, author of 85 books, and founder of the national chain Meyer Clinics, to tell you about To Your Health liquid vitamins.
I've been taking these every day for over a decade now, and I try to encourage every one of my clients to take them every day. And there's a number of reasons. First of all, it's the best vitamins you can get. It's got dozens of vitamins, antioxidants, and nutrients in it. And then the most important reason why I do it as a psychiatrist and recommend it to my patients is because it's got brain food in it. It's got the essential amino acids. It's got tryptophan, phenylalanine, tyrosine, choline, vitamin B6, and these chemicals that are all natural from food turn into the brain chemicals that make you happy.
To Your Health is delicious, Find out more today. Call us 800-801-3459 or visit online at mytoyourhealth.com. Use the coupon code RADIO15 for a 15% discount on your order. That's mytoyourhealth.com.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states. Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Registered pharmacist Ben Fuchs ensures he gets the best use of his mineral supplements by using Youngevity's Ultimate Enzymes.
If you start a nutritional supplement program and you find that you get loose stools more than you get any benefits from the supplements, there's a good chance that you're not absorbing the minerals. Now, here's the thing about minerals and mineral absorption. You need to have a functioning fat system. You need to have functioning bile. You need to have a well-functioning liver and a well-functioning gallbladder in order to get the benefits from nutritional supplements with minerals. It's very common that as we get older, we don't absorb fats, we don't utilize fats, and then you won't be utilizing or absorbing minerals either. I would be getting on the Ultimate Enzymes from Youngevity. I'd be making sure I was taking them with all my meals.
To get optimal use of your nutritional supplements, order Ultimate Enzymes from Youngevity by calling 866-735-2470. That's 866-735-2470 or on the web at brightsideben.com. That's brightsideben.com. Order today.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
Think about this. Your community's aging water infrastructure systems are very likely to be contaminated with heavy metals like lead, disinfection chemicals like ammonia, chlorine and chloramines, and pharmaceuticals like statins, pain meds, and antidepressants. And no, water treatment plants are not equipped to filter these pharmaceutical toxins out. Protect your family's water supply with the trusted Big Berkey water filter. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show Big Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria, and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market, the gold standard in water purification, and our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771. Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Worried about lead, fluoride, and other contaminants in your drinking water? Get a ProPure with the Pro 1G 2.0 cleanable reusable filter and remove up to 200 contaminants. Drink water the way nature meant it to be. Clean, crisp, and refreshing. See the complete line of ProPure products, including the new ProMax shower filter. There's a ProPure for you. Visit your authorized ProPure dealer for details or ProPureUSA.com. That's ProPureUSA.com.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a Select Quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a $300,000 group life insurance policy, but is changing jobs and can't take it with him. Well, I impartially shopped the highly rated term life insurance companies we represent and found Ray, who is 41 and takes medication to control his cholesterol, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for under $26 a month. That's almost twice the coverage for less than half of what he had paid. If SelectQuote hasn't shopped for your life insurance, you're probably paying too much.
For your free quote, call 1-800-403-4885. That's 1-800-403-4885. 1-800-403-4885. Or go to SelectQuote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details in the example policy at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your price could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
My computer is so slow, it's making me crazy.
I used to have that problem.
Did you quit using a computer or did you buy a new one?
No, I called Geeks On Site. They made an appointment to visit my home and showed up the same day.
You mean they didn't ask you to bring your computer to a shop? That's what happened when I called a support company.
Geeks On Site can go to your home or business or even repair your computer online. They have 24/7 emergency service.
If you are having problems with your PC or Mac, call Geeks On Site, 1-800-591-1682. Our friendly certified computer repair experts are available 24/7. Call now for a free diagnosis, 1-800-591-1682. Data recovery, virus removal, and maintenance for all laptops, desktops, printers, and networks. That's Geeks On Site for friendly certified computer repair experts, available 24/7 over the phone or in your home or business. Just call 1-800-591-1682. That's 1-800-591-1682, 1-800-591-1682.
Are you worried about your mom or dad living alone in their house? Hi, I'm Joan London. Listen, I know how difficult it is to find senior care for someone you love. That's why I recommend a free service called A Place for Mom. They are the nation's largest senior living referral service. Call A Place for Mom today.
To receive free information on senior living communities in your area, call A Place for Mom at 1-800-704-6182.
A Place for Mom offers free one-on-one advice from local advisors and a personalized list of senior living communities you can visit. If you have questions about senior care for your mom or dad, there's a place for answers, A Place for Mom.
Call A Place for Mom in the next 10 minutes to get your free ebook on financing senior care as well as free information on senior living communities in your area. Call 1-800-704-6182. That's 1-800-704-6182.
Dangerous blood clot device alert. If you or a loved one had an IVC filter placed to prevent blood clots from traveling to your heart or lungs and suffered an injury, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. The FDA warns that IVC filters may cause serious complications, such as heart or lung damage, internal bleeding, and even death. These dangerous blood clot devices can break, and the metal fragments can travel to your heart or lungs, causing serious injuries. If you or a loved one suffered organ damage or other injuries from an IVC filter, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Act now. Time is limited to file a claim. For a free consultation and free information, call Injury Help Desk at 800-478-1507. 800-478-1507. 800-478-1507. This is an advertisement. Paid non-attorney spokesperson. InjuryHelpDesk.com is responsible for this advertisement. Principal office, Las Vegas, Nevada.
Jordan Rubin's Beyond Organic Green-Fed Raw Cheddar Artesian Cheese featuring whole milk created through ancient dairy breeding, unpasteurized, untreated whole milk on the same farm the cows graze, containing natural sources of omega-3s, CLA protein, calcium, probiotics, and enzymes. I have never tasted cheese this good, and you need to try it. Contact your Youngevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com.
Is negative content or comments on the web affecting your personal or professional professional reputation, unfavorable comments, embarrassing pictures, videos, legal documents, and negative articles can ruin your personal life, your career, or your business. It happens a lot, and it's just not fair. But what can you do? ReputationDefender.com can help protect your good name. Get a free consultation now. Call 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Call right now for a free expert reputation analysis. It's easy to squash the unfair attacks with our patented system, and the analysis is absolutely free. Make the best things about you jump out in searches. Protect your personal and professional reputation, your business, and your income. Get your free reputation analysis from ReputationDefender.com right now. Call 800-831-0771. 800-831-0771. That's 800-831-0771. Or visit ReputationDefender.com today.
We use mobile devices right against our bodies every day, but growing scientific evidence has emerged showing serious health risks associated with exposure to EMF radiation emitted from these devices. The solution is Defender Shield, the most effective mobile radiation shielding ever developed. Defender Shield blocks virtually 100% of EMF radiation from cell phones, tablets, and laptops, and starts at just $64.99. Buy now at DefenderShield.com. For 10% off, use promo code GCN. DefenderShield.com, the worldwide leader in mobile radiation shielding.
This is an alert. If your business or church is building this year, you're about to pay more than you should. This could mean thousands of dollars more for your office, retail space, church, or warehouse. A General Steel building can save you as much as half the cost and time of similar conventional construction. And we're offering rebates of up to $20,000 to help you build today. Call General Steel for free information that could save you thousands. Call 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL. 866-91-STEEL.
This is Michael David from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400.
Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds, and my waist went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continue to take Andro 400, and I've maintained my weight at 172. Gained muscle and energy. I'm 63 now and feel better than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
There is an affordable alternative to the high cost of healthcare that offers freedom from insurance while providing compliance with the Obamacare mandate. Imagine having access to quality, affordable healthcare that allows you the freedom to choose your doctor and hospital. Members can share up to 100% of necessary medical expenses, including alternative treatments. Find out how you and your family can contain healthcare costs without giving up your freedom. Go to libertyoncall.org. That's libertyoncall.org.